Right, today I'm going to cover seeds. I've already covered pots in the last low cost growing video, but today I'm going to cover seeds and the best place that you can get them, which is the cheapest and the most cost effective. Now, if you're part of a growers group, an allotment, or even online, sometimes on places, if you go onto places like Facebook, you can find your local zero waste group, and a lot of people who do zero waste are also gardeners, and then they seed save, and you can ask and say, does anyone have seeds? That's a good way to get seeds for very, very cheap or free. But another place that I'm going to recommend is actually Wilkinson's and Lidl, and they both have really cheap seed packets that are very good. And I know sometimes supermarkets have a bad reputation for very bad quality seeds. I haven't found that. I have found that with Tesco's, but I haven't found that with Wilkinson's and Lidl. And I like Wilkinson's because they've got really basic seeds for very cheap. They have some which are kind of more expensive in terms of just a packet. I mean, 50p, it's not horrendous, but if you're trying to get 60 different varieties, that adds up very quickly. But they also have much cheaper ones like the lettuce, which I had around here somewhere, and that was 25p. And lettuce is something, yeah, here we go, that you can grow very, very easily on the windowsill. So this is going to be included in the series later on. But the ones that I really like are the Lidl seeds, because they have a very simple seed system. There's number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Number 4 is the most expensive, but all the kind of basic veggies and herbs are on their number 1 pricing, which I think is, I can't remember if it's 15 or 29p. But I like that because every time I can go into Lidl, I will just pick up a seed packet. And if you're growing on a windowsill, you're not going to be buying an obscene amount of seeds because there's only so much that you can physically grow on the windowsill. But both places are really good to just try and pick up a few seed packets. They're going to have good germination rate. A lot of people will have a Lidl or a Wilkinson's near them, and if they don't, you can get it online. But it's a very good place to try and find lots of very common vegetables and herbs for cheap, and you know that they are going to germinate, and you're not going to be spending money on something which isn't even going to give you veggies or herbs in the end. So if you want places where you can go to get a wide variety of vegetables and anything like that, have a look there. You can also look online on eBay. That is good, but it can be a bit hit and miss. You do get sellers which will sell you things which they're just lying. A perfect example is I tried to get some bilberry seeds a few months ago, and I'm pretty sure they gave me poppy seeds because I've since got actual bilberry berries, broken them open, and those seeds looked absolutely nothing like what I bought. So eBay can be a bit hit and miss. Once you find a good seller, then that's great, but otherwise it can be a little bit of a trust roulette. But those are two places that you can go to look for seeds, and they could be useful.